Deep in the unforgiving terrain of Utah, where the red dust clings to every crevice and ancient mysteries whisper through the canyons, the saga of Blind Frog Ranch continues to evolve, this time with an alarming twist. What was once an audacious treasure hunting venture has now turned into a battle for truth, survival, and reputation. The Ollingers, once heralded as fearless explorers, now find themselves under siege, not just by the land they seek to understand, but by unseen forces determined to silence them. The rising storm began quietly, almost imperceptibly. Strange equipment failures, cameras that cut out for no reason, drones that wouldn't fly over certain parts of the property. To the untrained eye, these incidents might seem like ordinary technical glitches, but to the Ollingers research team, seasoned by years of unpredictable phenomena, the pattern was too calculated to ignore. Dwayne Ollinger, the determined patriarch of the operation, had always believed that something deeper, something intelligent, was buried beneath the layers of sediment and secrecy that defined Blind Frog Ranch. Yet, even he could not have foreseen the wave of hostility that now shadows every move his team makes. It's no longer just about uncovering gold, Aztec relics, or iridium-rich anomalies. The mission has taken a darker turn. Every step toward the truth appears to trigger resistance, as though the land itself, or the people guarding its secrets, have decided the Ollingers have gone too far. Patterns of interference in recent months, the research team began noticing a series of disruptions that felt eerily deliberate. Sophisticated scanners failed without warning. GPS systems misreported coordinates. Night vision footage revealed strange movements, fleeting, shadow-like figures that appeared and vanished without a trace. The energy readings around the infamous underground cavern spiked to dangerous levels, often coinciding with days when new drilling operations were set to begin. Chad Ollinger, Dwayne's son, and the driving force behind the technical aspects of the exploration, reportedly told close associates that he felt as though someone was scrambling their frequencies, manipulating their instruments from a distance. Attacks went only technological. Rumors spread among the crew about vehicles being followed, supplies tampered with, and anonymous warnings left on camp equipment. Fear became a quiet companion. The team that once bonded over discovery now found themselves looking over their shoulders, not just for rattlesnakes, but for something human, or perhaps worse, shadowing them with purpose. Enemies in the shadows. The question haunting the team is simple: who would want to stop them? Blind Frog Ranch has long been the subject of speculation, from government secrecy to ancient guardianship theories. Some believe the land hides more than treasure. It hides knowledge, artifacts, and evidence that could rewrite human history. If the Ollingers were truly close to exposing such truths, it would make sense that powerful interests might intervene to protect their secrets. Others point to rival explorers, jealous competitors who envy the media attention and potential fortune surrounding the Ollingers' discovery efforts. The idea that an unseen corporate entity could be manipulating local networks or infiltrating communication channels doesn't sound far-fetched anymore. Then, there's the possibility that the opposition is something far older, something non-human. Locals still whisper about the skinwalker legends, interdimensional portals, and ancient curses that supposedly blanket the Uinta Basin. Perhaps what's attacking the Ollingers isn't motivated by greed or control, but by an instinct to defend sacred ground. The toll on the team inside the camp, morale has shifted dramatically. Where once there was excitement, there is now unease. Crew members who once joked about anomalies now refuse to work after sunset. Some have left entirely, citing mental exhaustion, strange dreams, and unexplained health issues. The most affected appears to be Eric Drummond, the geologist known for his analytical calm. Sources claim he began recording patterns in the electromagnetic interference, believing they followed mathematical sequences too structured to be random. His findings suggested a form of intelligent communication or interference. Days after he shared his notes with the rest of the crew, his laptop was mysteriously wiped clean. Josh Feldman, the investigator who often bridges the scientific and paranormal elements, reported feeling physically ill whenever he approached the main dig site. He described it as an invisible pressure, like walking into a dense electromagnetic field. Duane himself, once stoic and resolute, has shown visible signs of wear. His usual fire has been tempered by concern for his team's safety. Yet, beneath the fatigue, there burns a new determination to prove that what's happening is not coincidence and that they will not be silenced. A mystery deepens underground. The attacks coincide with one of the most significant findings yet. A newly mapped chamber buried deep beneath the ranch's central cavern system. The chamber's walls appeared metallic under ground-penetrating radar, with geometric lines inconsistent with natural formation. The Ollingers believe they are on the verge of uncovering a man-made or extraterrestrial structure. That revelation alone could explain why interference has intensified. Every time the team attempts to access the area, equipment fails. It's as if the land itself emits a defensive field, or someone is actively jamming them. Even more unsettling are the audio anomalies captured during night recordings. Low-frequency hums, rhythmic pulses, and voices that cannot be traced to any member of the team. When analyzed spectrographically, the frequencies form repeating symbols that resemble ancient Aztec patterns, the same civilization rumored to have hidden vast treasures in this very valley. Signs of a cover-up. The Ollingers' suspicion grew stronger after several government-connected contractors visited nearby lands under the guise of geological surveying. They were seen erecting temporary radio towers and conducting underground resonance scans similar to those used by military field engineers. When Duane attempted to contact regional authorities for clarification, he was met with silence or deflection. The message was clear: stay out of it. Weeks later, local drones flown by independent researchers captured footage of unmarked black SUVs entering the vicinity of the ranch during night hours. Their movements were calculated, avoiding main roads and disappearing into canyon trails that lead straight toward the Ollingers' core dig site. This was no longer just a TV mystery. It was starting to look like a full-scale suppression campaign. The Invisible War's paranoia grew. The Ollingers began running their own counter-operations. They installed shielded cables, off-grid power systems, and manual controls to bypass digital interference. They even hired security consultants with backgrounds in electronic warfare. One consultant claimed the jamming signatures resembled military-grade techniques, short bursts of frequency disruption, alternating in randomized patterns. It wasn't the work of pranksters or amateurs. Someone with access to serious technology was involved. The ranch became a fortress, complete with watchtowers and motion sensors. But the attacks didn't stop. Instead, they evolved, taking psychological form. Team members began reporting synchronized nightmares, hearing their names whispered in the dark, and seeing flickering lights that disappeared when approached. Even skeptics among the group started to wonder whether they were dealing with something that transcended human control, something that operated between the physical and metaphysical realms. The community's divided response outside the ranch, opinions fractured. Some locals accused the Ollingers of fabricating drama to boost viewership. Others claimed the family had disturbed something sacred and was now paying the price. The media fanned the flames, portraying Blind Frog Ranch as a modern-day Bermuda Triangle, a vortex of greed, danger, and supernatural retaliation. Yet, for those who've walked the land, who felt its humming pulse underfoot, There's a haunting sense that the truth is far stranger than fiction. Supporters rallied around Duane, calling him a man of courage, standing against both bureaucratic and cosmic intimidation. Detractors branded him reckless, insisting that he should abandon the project before disaster strikes. But Duane Ollinger is not a man who backs down. He's the kind who pushes through fire to find the truth, even if that truth burns him in return. An ancient warning recently, a shocking discovery brought the story full circle. Deep within a sealed cavern, the team uncovered carvings etched into the stone, depicting warriors locked in battle against figures descending from the sky. Between them lay a series of symbols that mirrored the very interference frequencies the team had recorded weeks earlier. It was as if the carvings themselves foretold the struggle now engulfing the Ollingers, a cosmic tug-of-war between revelation and suppression. Whether the attackers are human, spiritual, or something else entirely, one message echoes loud and clear. Some secrets were never meant to be unearthed. Resilience amid chaos. Despite mounting fear and dwindling resources, the Ollinger team continues their mission. They have shifted their base of operations underground, using analog recording systems immune to hacking and interference. Chad has begun experimenting with low-frequency acoustic mapping, hoping sound waves might succeed where electromagnetic tools fail.